All right, welcome to CreatorCast. Welcome to the show where we are creators coming together to talk about YouTube and vlogging and just taking a break from our own channels to collaborate. So if you're new to the channel and you like this idea and you like what we're doing, just subscribe. And if you're a creator, come over to our Facebook group where we're having more of a conversation. And that's facebook.com/group/CreatorCast. My name is Danny Black from Where is Danny Black? And I'll be hosting today's show alongside with Ben from Gives a Minute, who is in Culborough Beach.
Hey, folks.
Yeah. And Ben, you just hit a milestone recently.
I did, yeah. 3 million channel views. Yeah, feels great.
3 million channel views. That's amazing.
Feels really good.
That is awesome.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. Thanks to all the givers out there that have watched my videos and commented. I really appreciate it.
That is awesome. And today we want to bring you someone who I think is going to be the next big YouTuber. Gina, reveal yourself. Reveal yourself.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you doing?
That was the most awesome intro for me, wasn't it? He just was there hanging in suspense.
That's right. And there's a man behind you, I think.
Oh, that's my husband who's just come back. I told him, can you stay away from me whilst I'm doing this? And he's wandering around and you can probably see him in the reflection. Can you stop wandering around?
Hey, Gina's husband.
Hi, Gina's husband. They're all saying hi.
I love the episode where he was in his underwear.
Oh, yeah. And he actually said in that episode, do not put that in.
I heard that.
Oh, hello.
Can I be in?
You can be in.
No,
And
you can't put that on.
he's just been in the shower. But because I was talking to the camera, it would have been really hard to edit that out. So I just kept him in there because I thought, editing or his choice to be his dignity, I'm going with the editing.
That's awesome. Well, I really think that you have something special on your channel, and it's awesome to see you just with your family and just your normal life. I've seen other YouTubers do it, and it's cringeworthy. Like I can't watch. But yours is really, really fun to watch, and you do a lot of creative things, and I love that. And now you're running at, like, I think you have, 2,800 subs?
Yeah, I've just had a real big explosion. I kind of got to 1,000, and then it's gone really fast the last 2 weeks. I've been getting about 200 a day. So it's kind of been
nice,
really exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time, actually, I've got to say. I'm surprised at that. Because you imagine it in your head and you think, oh, I really want the subscribers. I really like more subscribers. And then when it was happening like that, I had a moment of, oh, my goodness, these are really people that are like clicking the button. And then all of a sudden I had this moment of, what am I going to vlog tomorrow? Like I had like a complete blank.
Yeah.
It was a really.
It's like stage fright a little bit.
I had stage fright and I had to really work through it to then do a vlog. It was almost like I started having that self-talk where you go, oh, maybe this isn't going to be good enough, the next one. Like I've done one good one, but maybe the next one's not going to be good enough. That was kind of the fear.
Yeah.
So
I get maybe 9 or less a day, and I still get that stage fright. Like,
Gina, I've been watching a bit of your channel after Danny introduced it to me the other week. And really enjoying it. It's really fun, family orientated, really positive, really good jokes. I love that when you hit the car horn, I think it was your husband and your daughter was in front of it at the service station.
Watch for I'm gonna make them jump. Ready? So the idea was for me. I started the whole vlog thing basically as that was me looking at my husband with the dead eye because he's making a noise in the background.
Yeah.
Is
he painting a wall or something?
Stop? He's getting himself a drink prepared and he's opening his crisps and he's decided to do it all right at the moment that we've gone on here. So I started the vlog off just as it was actually a weight loss journey. It was just for me to do with the girls at the gym. And I was just filming me getting back into my pre-pregnancy jeans. There was no intention of, tell you what, can you get rid of that? Just kill it.
Well, hey, wait a sec. While your husband's getting crisps, just for our UK audience, they're chips, but are they Walker's crisps by any chance?
They're not Walker's crisps. We can't get hold of them here.
There's a little local reference.
So it was meant to be just for me and the gym girls, kind of like a fun. I think I had 58 subscribers, which were all my friends for the first 4 months. I never really paid attention to it. And then all of a sudden, I started to really enjoy the editing process. And obviously then my family started to creep in. And I went and had a look at a few of the family vlogs, and I've got to be honest, I found them really hard to watch. So I kind of thought maybe I could do a family vlog that's not your normal family vlog, that's kind of a bit creative, a bit faster pace, kind of drone photography and lots of different elements, and try and keep it snappy with music. Kind of, I don't know, just kind of slightly different, always less than 10 minutes, always trying to get to 7 minutes and failing, but none of this really long-winded, kind of a fast-paced kind of like story. But but it's still family-orientated. But I kind of want it to be where an adult, I get a lot of older people watch because they kind of watch, but then there's a load of teenage girls that watch too. So it's kind of both audiences can watch. That's the idea.
That's wow.
How big is your family?
4 children. I've got 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls.
Perfect.
And then there's me as well.
Yeah. Nice and easy.
Yeah, and you also just got a tattoo as well.
I did just get a tattoo actually.
Thank you.
It there? Yeah, it says thank you. It's only small. Oh. I've never had a tattoo before, never had a tattoo. And I did it because I practice an attitude of gratitude before the YouTube thing. So I'm constantly trying to find all the time that place. Because when you're in a state of gratitude, I always believe it's impossible to feel sad if you're feeling gratitude for whatever it may be. And since I've been doing the YouTube, I've never felt more alive. Like I've never felt more excited. I've found something that I really love. And it's taken me a really long time to find it. And so I decided I was going to go and get a thank you tattooed on my wrist as a constant reminder to look for that gratitude all the time. So that was the idea behind the tattoo. Either that or I'm having a midlife crisis.
So let me ask you something, because it's a family vlog. How does your family like it?
My kids were the ones that introduced me to vlogs, obviously, because their generation, they don't really watch TV. They watch YouTube. And I actually went down to see my daughter in a bedroom, my eldest daughter, and said, what are you watching? I need to check. Like, what is it you're doing on here? So in a parental capacity, I actually was looking at who is she looking at and what's happening. And she was watching Alfie Day's Pointless Blog, English guy who does a blog every day. And I was like, what's he doing? What you're watching his day? That's what you're doing? And I was like, ridiculous. And I walked off and went, do you know what? I might do a vlog of my weight loss journey. That's kind of how it came about. Alex has been really supportive. So she's 12 and she has been the one who taught me basically how to make a video, because I've never made a video until I started doing this. So she's done that. And then everybody else, the younger boys are a bit young to understand. My husband's really supportive. He loves them and likes being in them.
Well, because one of the shots I saw is like you running out the door, like, we're going to be late. And obviously you put the camera down and you go back inside and then you're coming out. Then you have to go grab the camera. Like, I love that.
Hurry up, guys! We're late!
But that's going to be really tough because you got to be like, all right, kids, hold on a second. I got to put the camera down. Let's go back here. Like,
yeah, it's really hard vlogging with children around. So when I do that, so they know on the day, so I do a vlog every other day. I was vlogging every day, just a bit too much for me. So I did every other day. So on the non-vlog day, we calmly go to school. On the vlog day, I'm like setting up a camera and screaming at them, we're going to be late. That is no joke. We are. And then Alex will say to me, we're going to be late, but you're still staging the camera. And so, and then, the other day I was in the park and I thought, right, and you really need to give, so a family vlog, you normally just see these people pushing the kids on the swing. And that's what you're looking at. And they might film that for a good 2 minutes. So my footage, try and keep each shot kind of, unless I'm speaking, like 4 seconds. So I'm kind of trying to get all the angles in the park. But I've got an 18-month-old and a 4-year-old in the park. So I decided to drone, because it's only us in the park. So I drone up, and then the 18-month-old starts to kind of fall off the top of a slide. And I'm thinking, what do I say? The child or the drone? But so that can be quite challenging, but it's quite fun. Quite fun, actually. It kind of makes me appreciate those moments. So I'm trying to find, kind of boring as a parent being at the park. It is kind of boring. So it's kind of nice for me to be there and find, like, how can I make this something that someone might want to watch? That's the part of this that I really love. That's the part that makes me feel alive, that I'm feeling creative, just doing an average, normal thing.
I was gonna ask you, with the family being on the vlog, we see some creators, but I don't want to name anybody in particular, but they don't want their children to be on the vlog because, especially such young children, you're not really giving them the choice, yes or no. An 18-month-old, for instance. How do you, did you have that discussion with yourself, and how did you resolve it?
Yeah, and it's something I'm still working out. So the channel's called Gina Walters. The reason for that is that it's my vlog. It's about me. It's about my life. It's about my thoughts. It's about my workouts. It's about my friends. They come into the vlog. If, for example, my 4-year-old says to me, "Mummy, I don't want to be in the vlog today," that's cool. You don't need to be, because my audience isn't waiting for you. The audience is waiting for me.
Yeah.
However, it will be very hard for me not to mention them or have them in it, because I have 4 children. So therefore, they are 99% of my life, my daily activities, apart from when I go to work. So I had an email recently because I decided to do a video on taking my daughter for her first bra.
So now we're here to get some new bras for her. Because
now, I thought long and hard about this topic. However, I wanted to normalize it. There was nothing in there, in my opinion, that was that you couldn't see. The most you saw was her in the same as a bikini top, the same as in swimwear sort of thing. But I had to really think about whether or not I was happy with that going on there. And I got a few private messages from people actually saying they didn't agree with it, and that your daughter's going to get bullied at school if you're not careful. And I got quite a lot of that sort of stuff. And I thought, if you're doing this anyway, like if you're putting yourself out there on this platform, like you're opening that up, aren't you? You're bringing that in. And that's fine when it's just me, but then I've got these 4 little people to think about. And my number one job in the world is to keep them safe and protect them. So it is something that I'm constantly kind of toying with, and always thinking about when how I'm portraying them and what I'm filming about them. And yeah, I suppose the reason why they are not the whole focus of the blog all the time, because they need to be able to opt out as well. I mean, the baby's even harder because he can't speak, but the older ones, it's my vlog, they can opt out.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
And that, by the way, that video is popping on your channel, and it's.
Oh, I think he just dropped again. Man, Danny's got a bad line.
Sorry.
There he is. He's back.
It's Australian internet.
Yeah.
Australian internet is just terrible for us right now.
It's shocking.
It's very bad.
You're saying that video's popping. You mean like it's had a lot of views?
Ben can explain popping, because he had a video that popped and it changed his life.
I'd say a popping video is not so much of a viral video, because like to me viral is you upload it, you go to bed, you wake up the next day and you're at like 400,000 views. The next day you're at 1 million views. That's a viral video. But a video that's like hit your channel and it's got momentum and it keeps popping up, and eventually it's just basically going to take your channel further and further and further. You just said you've been getting like 200 odd subscribers a day, whereas you never did before. I would suggest that might be coming from that one video. That's because that's what the popping video does. It brings people in, they see something they like, hit the subscribe, then they come and check out the rest of your stuff. It's awesome. Well done. And how long have you been on YouTube for?
So I started in October, but they were just the ones that I was doing with my friends. So I actually officially said out loud, New Year's Eve, I'm going to actually do something with this. I actually really want to build this channel. So I'm actually going to that's when I actually started actively looking at other creators and doing the whole small creator thing where you have to start to watch and comment and get involved with other channels. And that's when beginning of the year.
Wow,
is
that's
when I
really commendable. Well done for getting that far so soon. That's awesome. Really good news.
I think the most exciting thing wasn't really the amount of views it had. I think the most exciting thing was that people clicked.
Right.
You see, that people actually clicked on and then wanted to see some more.
Yes.
So I think that's what was the most exciting thing for me, because it actually meant that what I was making was of interest.
Right.
Kind of, like as a guinea pig run. It was because when you're a small creator, you kind of sit there thinking, is this any good? You know, when you have your moments of self-doubt, like, is this, am I the only one that likes this? And then, so to have people subscribe was, it was kind of like someone saying, oh, I actually quite like what you've got to say and what you do. And I like your videos. And that was a nice feeling.
You know what's cool about where you are now too is that your subscribers that you're going to have are going to be rooting for you, and so they'll be doing a lot more. They'll probably come back all the time just to see, oh, she's growing. This is happening, and they're going to be really excited. So I mean, obviously you give a lot of love to your fan base, and I think that's awesome. I think you have good stuff.
Thank you. Because do you know what I really loved this. The other day you commented, Danny, on my page and said, I can't relate to anything that you do, but I can see what you're doing and I really appreciate it. And I think it's one of the nicest comments I've had from a fellow creator, because I totally get what you're saying. Like our lives are polar opposites. But it was really nice that you actually could go, actually don't fully get exactly what's going on in her life with 4 children and doing all that sort of stuff, but I really can't like how she has decided to do it.
Yeah, but the way that you're producing it, the way that you're editing it makes me want to watch, because I appreciate that there's effort and hard work, and it's not like just, crap quality. Like you're doing a good job, and it's interesting to see. And I think that's one of the reasons I subscribe to you. I forget, you had like maybe 200 or something.
Yeah. Because I found your intro channel. I found your intro and I was like, oh my God, look at this. There's no way I could ever make anything like this. And I was showing my husband it and going, can you have a look at this intro channel? Because it's all those really fast-paced stuff. Yeah. And then it actually inspired me to have a go at a few fast-paced, really short videos, because I either vlog about, there's kind of 3 things that I do to keep it different. I either vlog about what I'm actually doing, so if I'm going somewhere cool or if I'm staying in a hotel or whatever, or I vlog about a thought that I have, like something. So if I'm doing something really mundane, like the laundry, that's when I will discuss something that's more interesting. So that when you're watching me do the laundry, I'm talking about, how happiness is an inside job, something inspiring kind of. So I try and make the boring stuff have like an interesting topic. And then the other thing I do is really, really short, fast-paced kind of things that are just clips of just something that's just come to me and I just want to share it, sort of thing. So it's kind of, there's 3 different things. You either see what I'm doing, or I try and make the boring stuff a bit more interesting with my thoughts. Does that make sense?
Very smart. Yeah. Very smart.
Now, just a couple more questions here. On YouTube, if there's anything that you could add or change or something on YouTube, what would that be?
It's a really good question. I wish I had a really good answer that's just going to come out of the top of my head. Do you know that's one of those questions that later on tonight when I'm laid in bed, the answer's going to pop and I'm going to be like, that was the answer you should have given him.
But anything that you ever struggle with, or like something bothers you, or?
I think that actually making a video and actually understanding how to get it onto YouTube, I mean, I know they've got lots of help places to go. It's quite difficult. It's not straightforward. I don't think that if you decide to be as a very I'm a photographer by trade, but like that's what I do as my day job. But as a I'm not really very techie, if you see what I'm saying. Like a lot of my photography is very candid kind of weddings and things like that. So I'm not really very technical. So I think that it's not an easy platform to start on. I think it's not user friendly. I also feel like you don't know where you stand with YouTube a little bit sometimes. So I remember being really excited when I got to that 10,000 view count and became monetized. Not that that was my goal at the time. I was just making the videos. And then they took it away. And I remember having this feeling of, I achieved something, and then they just took it off me again. And I feel like they've changed the goalpost. They made me feel a bit insecure sometimes. Like you just don't know what you're going to do next. Sometimes I feel like that a little bit.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that they were taking away the sub box as far as like the numbers of your subs and just giving you like the view count of your channel. And I was like, I feel like that would kind of piss a lot of people off, because not that you need to dwell on your subs, but your subs gives you a feeling of achievement. Like you said, like you're setting goals like 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. And That would suck if they all of a sudden were hidden and you worked so hard to gain them.
Yeah, because the thing is about subscribers is they don't come easily. Like I really thought at the beginning of this, I put my first video up and I was like,
we all did.
Watch them all come in, and I was like, what's happened? There's no one. Is it broke? Is this thing broke? Because no one subscribed. I asked my daughter, obviously, because she's a big user of YouTube. And I said, when do you subscribe? When do you actually click subscribe? As someone that is not a creator, but just watching. She says, I have to see at least 4 or 5 before I even give them a chance. And I said, and how quickly do you unsubscribe? And she said, I'm pretty ruthless with it. And I thought that was really interesting as a young person coming through how they treat it. And I said, well, when you unsubscribe, why? She said, well, if they don't stick to the time they say they're going to upload, and I go and look for it, and they've not uploaded a few times in a row.
Wow.
I'm out of it. And I actually thought it was really interesting because I said, that's really cruel. Like, how could you do that? Like, I know the work that goes in. Can you stop? Can you stop unsubscribing to people? But she follows a lot of the bigger ones. And if they don't do what they say on the tin, she's out of it.
You got to listen to that because that's the future. The young people are the future. So you got to pay attention to this. Bless your daughter. She speaks words of wisdom.
Which is why I asked her and some of her friends actually. And when I said to her, why don't you subscribe first off? Why can't you subscribe and then decide if you're gonna, follow? And she said, no, I watch one and then normally another one's recommended. Once you've seen one, she normally gets another recommended then. She said, I'll kind of watch another and then 3 or 4 in. And then the other day there was a young girl whose channel's gone nuts. She's called Summer. She's a beauty kind of channel. Really young girl in England. She got like 10,000 subscribers in the space of 7 weeks. Her channel she popped. I think that's what it's called. She got a video and she went. And Alex was following her. And then this young girl became quite preoccupied then with the hate. So she became really obsessed. She's a very young girl. She became really obsessed with the people that then were saying, with the more people that come, there's more negative comments. Yeah. And I said, and the other day she said, I just unsubscribed from her because all she does is focus on the negatives. And I was like, right. So that girl lost her just by channeling her energy in the wrong place. So it was interesting to listen to the younger audience out.
That is very interesting. Yeah.
Gina, speaking of younger, your daughter, she's 12. Is she going to start a channel herself? Is there any talk of this?
She's got a channel, but she hasn't uploaded on it. Okay. She hasn't got one. She's got the banner, but she hasn't uploaded on it. So she's on Instagram. She has a lot of people follow her off the back of my vlog.
Yes.
A lot of the younger girls follow her. There's already those noises of, oh my goodness, you're so amazing. Like it's kind of YouTube speak. It makes me laugh. There's this thing that we go, I love you so much. I love you so much. And then there's this, oh my God, I hate you. I'm going to find your family. I'm going to kill you all. You're either one or the other on YouTube. They either love you or there's no like in the middle, like you're quite a nice person. Like I really quite like you. It's just one or the other. So I don't think she's old enough to have a channel yet.
Right. I feel like when she gets to that point, it might be a good, like the story could be pretty cool to watch her. So on your channel, she's doing the vlog for the mum, and then on her channel, she's talking about how that vlog is different to her vlog, and you could bat the 2 vlogs off each other and tell the same story from a different angle.
And the things she's interested in are things that half of the people that are watching my vlog are interested in. But I'm not going to sit down and do that. Like I'm never going to do a clothing haul ever. You're never going to see that from me. But you see, if we went shopping in a vlog, she could do the haul on her channel. And then those people really want to see that will see it. But I'm not going to spend my 9 minutes of time showing you how many tops I bought because I find that boring to watch. However, somebody might want to see the extra bit and then they can go to her channel. But right at this moment in time, we're just going to focus on the one channel. It's a lot of work.
I've just had a look at your channel and I've ordered the videos to most popular. And as we talked about before, your popping video, buying teenage daughter her first bra, 99,000 views, probably going to tick over to 100,000. And I really like what you've done. You've done a second video, which is this is like information that Daryl Eves taught me. If you get a video that pops, the first thing you should do is make a second video that's almost the same as the first video, like ties into it, and you've done that. You've got a second video called Professional Bra Fitting, Buying Daughter Her First Bra, and that's already at 24,000 views after 6 days. So you've done the absolute right thing there. Put them both in a playlist. Put those both in a playlist called Shopping for My Daughter, and you've got something that's going to have videos that are going to keep taking each other higher and higher and higher.
Because I'm glad you said that, because I was really nervous about doing the follow-up. I didn't want to look like I was riding off the back of it. Do you understand
You have to.
what I mean by that?
That's how it works.
I know. That's what I struggle with a little bit, though.
As soon as someone watches that first video, what will happen is, if they're not subscribed to your channel, the second one will be the recommended. Somewhere in that recommended list will be the second one. They'll jump to that. If they are subscribed to your channel, they'll have that one. They'll have already watched your second one anyway because they're subscribed. But the way they play off is super important. And I've been doing that with my snorkel videos, and it's working. So I congratulate you on.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, well done.
It just came after, actually, somebody saw the video who was a bra specialist, and she said, can you please come and have a bra fitting? I'm going to give you a sports bra. She was actually giving me the bra, because at the very beginning of that video, I was saying, when I exercise, I need to wear 3 bras.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
That was, yeah.
So she says she's got this bra that means I only need to wear 1 bra. So I said, don't believe you, not a chance. So she said, I'm going to give you this bra. So we went to the fitting, and then the bra's being sent to me. So I'm considering a third one where I'm going to do a bounce test. I'm considering a bounce test.
You should. I love that about you. Maybe it's the UK thing, but I love how you
can you shoot it in slow motion too, like Baywatch style.
Yeah.
You had that ulcer in your mouth, and you weren't just saying, I've got an ulcer. You were like, I've got an ulcer. And you were like, I think that's so...
Yeah, it's very confident.
It's
very
authentic. Confident. It's authentic is what it is. And that resonates. And I like it. And
you even talk about like, oh, this person said I was fat. Like, it's if you get hate, like comments and stuff, you should like draw attention to it and like say like, but because you have this confidence about you that you're just like, oh, that's cool that she's like, she gets like negativity and she just throws it away. Like, screw them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was like on that day. So this guy said what he said, and then I was driving in the car on the way home, and I was like, right. So this is where it comes back to the thank you thing. The attitude of gratitude. So I had a choice that day, didn't I? I had a choice to either feel kind of miserable, put myself on a starvation diet, or I could like work out what I really think about that. And that's where the thought process came in. That guy's not in charge of my self-worth. I am. And I thought, there's a vlog in this, because there's a message there, because there's so many people out there. Everybody has all these insecurities, and everybody has all this. And as soon as I put that vlog up, how many people messaged me, and they didn't say, oh my God, there's nothing wrong with you. I asked them all to let me know something positive about them, instead of it being about me and the fat in the end. I said, I think we should all look at ourselves and find something we like about ourselves, and I want you to go and do it. And those people that messaged and said, Gina, I'm looking in the mirror and I can't find anything about myself that I like. But and I just replied and said, I need you to find it and come back to me. So that's where it became like a really positive end to something that was kind of off.
That's great.
Yeah. So I can quite happily say it was real, it happened, and that's where I got my content from, because that's, instead of trying to do anything that was shocking, it was more that happened that day. So how can I talk about this without it being kind of boring? Because I could have just said,
Gina, given the sketchy internet we've got here in Australia, have you got any plans to start a live stream at all? Because I feel like that could be a good way for you to have that discussion. She does live stream. Oh, you do?
I do. Every Friday night.
Awesome.
Every Friday night, 10:30, I live stream. And do you know what? The live stream, I was so scared, the first live stream I did. I don't think I would have been able to come on here and talk to you guys if I hadn't have done the live stream. It's really given me some confidence, actually, because live is really different to when you can edit it, because you're there, it's in the moment, and there's people coming up on the stream, and it's kind of cutting out, and you've got to be really on it, and you've got to not miss anybody, and you've got to interact, and you've got to plug up the channels. It's really, I find it I actually love it. It's like a bit of an adrenaline high when you've finished one and it's gone well. I also think it's a really good way for people to connect when you're smaller, because people come and talk to me and I answer them. So they get to have that extra layer of, so they've seen me in a vlog, but then they're getting to see, like, chat to me. So the other day, some people were in there and people were actually saying, oh my God, I can't believe you're actually talking to me. And I was like, of course I'm talking to you. I'm just, it's just me. But it was really interesting. That's their reaction, was that they actually were getting to actually speak to me, which is different to a vlog.
I think so something I'm going to do on my channel, I'm going to try to encourage other people to do it, is I'm calling it Julive. And so every day in July I'm going to go live and just either some random thing that I'm doing or a show that I'm playing or something like that, but it's Julive. So if the audience, if you guys are watching and you want to do this, like be a part of it, say, it's Creator Cast Challenge, Julive.
So cool.
Yeah, that's
so cool.
Yeah, that is a really cool idea. I do like the live. Do you know what? When you're saying about the negatives of YouTube, I think the ability to live stream on there is really cool, actually. Especially when you're looking at
positive,
things like positive. Especially when you're looking at things like Twitch and things like that. There's a lot of this live thing coming in that people really like. I'm still working out how to navigate Twitch and how I could do something there. I think Twitch is an interesting
I gave up Twitch. I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay away from that. But yeah,
it's a bit complex, but I don't know. There could be something there, not gaming. There could be something in Twitch though. I don't know, some sort of a show thing. There could be.
Well, I definitely think for me in the July thing, it's more like I want a month where I'm not editing videos and I can actually enjoy that month, because I've been editing so much, for the last 2 years. So it's like, this is a good excuse to kind of keep the channel going, but take a break from sitting behind the desk and editing the whole time. And that's what I'm trying to encourage people to do.
I think it's a good idea because people get to see what you're doing kind of alive, is that feeling of he's doing it right now. And I think that's the whole thing about vlogging or being on YouTube. People like seeing what you're doing like as close to that time as possible. So like I do a vlog and it's always uploaded the very next day because it's what I've done almost to the, I do the vlog, I edit that night, it's live in the morning the next day. So it's kind of that feeling of she's only just done this kind of. So the live is that next dimension of he's actually doing it. I came on your live when you were in the car driving once.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And that was really awesome. I was like, oh my God, I'm in the car with them. I love that kind of thing about a live. That I was actually in the car with you as you were driving.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we hit places with no internet that it just killed it. Oh.
Hey, Danny, how did you find Gina's channel? What was the first time that you came across her channel?
I don't remember. I think she commented to me and I think, and I just clicked on your channel and it's like, oh, she's got videos. I'll give her a sub to because she was subbed to me, and just kind of subbed back and
so cool.
So there's some people you sub to in the early days and then you don't really ever view again. But then there's other people that really just kind of make you go back and have a look. I have some channels like Danny's that I actually go to see if he's uploaded. If I've not had a notification, sometimes I'll go and think, I wonder where he is right now, like what he's doing.
Where is
because he travels. Yeah, because he's traveling and stuff. And I always think, and his intro video stuck with me. And you watch a lot of videos, don't you, when you're a small creator? You watch a lot of people's videos. So when one sticks, I think you remember. Yeah,
I also think that's dangerous too, because I watch a lot of videos and sometimes it's very inspirational to me, but then sometimes I see too much and then it makes me like, I got nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just I don't know. It's like everything's been done kind of a thing. Like you just can't do anything after that.
Yeah, I do get that actually. Yeah.
Actually, I did want to ask who's your inspirations? Who do you watch?
The first the first proper person I ever watched, this is going to be such an obvious answer, was actually Casey Neistat.
I know it.
And I loved his Do What You Can't video. That's the video that I saw. And I actually thought, and then I watched a Peter McKinnon video where he was talking about anyone can create from anywhere, because I was thinking, how can I do anything cool if I'm a mum of 4 in sleepy old, down here on the Mornington Peninsula? Like it's a sleepy kind of beach town. How can I do what I'm seeing them doing when they're in New York City sort of thing, Canada? And I thought, and then I watched Peter McKinnon who said, if you can be creative, you can do a video anywhere with anything. And that's when I got, so they kind of inspired me really crazily to try and make a family vlog more interesting than a standard family vlog. That was my idea, was to try and use some of their ideas. Like, for example, how they place a camera outside and then they walk up to the camera and different shots. Like, so instead of me filming myself get out of bed in the morning, I try and do a time lapse, and then I try and do a drone shot and try and go outside the house so you can see the outside from the in. So it's just not the obvious stuff. That's what I'm trying to do, and those people inspired me. There's a family called the Mitchellacks. They're a British family. He uploads once a week on a Sunday, and he's amazing. I will never, to be as good as he's like a filmmaker. He makes his family week look like a film. They're very inspiring. However, they're inspiring on a different level. It's not something I sit here and go, right, I'm going to go and try and do that next week, because it's just not happening. He's like a very talented man. So for the big YouTubers, I think those three have been inspiring, just because, especially Peter, when he said, you can make a good video anywhere. You've just got to look around you. I liked that. I liked that thought process, that I don't have to be in New York City to make a good video. I just got to make what I'm doing interesting. So like the laundry, not interesting. How can I make that interesting? Makes you think.
Yeah, and I think you're doing it, and you have a good niche, and you're going to be blowing up soon. So just keep doing what you're doing, and don't get the stage fright.
I know it's the stage fright. I've been bad this week.
Don't do it. Just keep uploading. That's like a famous Casey Neistat line right there. Don't worry about if you lose people because you're doing it, then what you're going to lose them anyway. So you just keep doing what you're going to do. And
yeah, that's kind of what I thought in the end. I actually thought, do you know what? If all the people on YouTube who are watching, out of all the people who are watching, there's going to be a certain percentage of people that will like me, and there's going to be a certain percentage that don't. And once I've got comfortable with that, it kind of doesn't matter anymore, does it? As in, like, if they like me, they do. If they don't, they don't.
Very true.
Yeah, that's very good.
Very true.
Yeah.
Benon, do you have any more? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Who inspires you to?
You mean Bono?
No, who inspires you?
I'm just kidding.
She did say you too.
Casey used to. When he did daily videos, I'd wake up every day and I'd watch a video and I'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna get up and do a video. I'm gonna do this." And Benon's been back with him with 368, and I've been watching his videos, but I'm just not convinced. And he's not even daily uploading anymore. It's kind of like weekly. But Peter McKinnon, definitely got onto him. But I think like Sam Colder, and then like a lot of my friends that are smaller YouTubers, like even Mark Insby, I'll watch his stuff, and it's just I like to watch my friends' videos to kind of get inspired, because it's like if they're watching my videos and I'm watching theirs, that's kind of, you're going to grow like that. I don't know. I'm not looking to be like a Peter McKinnon. I feel like I'd be worried to grow that fast as he did, because then you're just like, whoa, what do I do with this? Yeah.
Yeah. But on that note, I just want to add that Cody, I mentioned earlier before we started this chat, Cody Wayner. He's another guy that I would think you should check out. He's small at the moment, but he's a really interesting. I reckon he's gonna go somewhere. I really like his stuff. Full of energy, and as a creator, really inspiring to watch. He makes you want to go create, which is what I'm hearing. You said you used to watch Casey and you'd feel pumped. He gives me that feeling.
I subscribe to him, so I'll check out his stuff for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of similar to Danny. My inspirations more so lie in my friends and the smaller community that we have. I mean, I do watch Casey Neistat. After, like Danny said, I gave him a miss for quite a while, because he lost me. He lost me. Too many things that he did just kind of confused me, and I kind of lost a lot of faith. But then he came back with 368, and I kind of thought, oh no, this is good, because he's not doing it for him. He's doing it for the community now. It's more about making something for everybody else. And I've always said that I think we, in particular as Australians, Australian, we should be trying to make our network, not trying to jump into their network. Like, they've got their they've got their Casey, and they've got their Ben Brown, and their Fun for Louie, and all that crew. They've honed that. They deserve that. We can make our own, and there's no reason why we can't. And we have, and we are, and And I get more inspiration watching Danny's ship vlogs and Mark's NPR's 7 in 7 and just...
Sorry, did you say ship or...
I said ship. I said SHIP.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Yeah. So that inspires me more so because at some point I feel like we know that we can all hang out, like literally Danny's sat here next to me and anyone in that group can be mates with us. Whereas, I get inspired by friends.
Yeah, because do you think that sometimes that's a negative to YouTube in Australia, that we're a bit forgotten down here? I feel like we're a bit forgotten and lost.
Not at all. Not at all. I feel like we're not forgotten. No one's just done anything yet. That's right. What it is. No one's jumped up and gone, why should we as creators all want to aspire to be Casey Neistat or be on his vlog? Like, forget that. Like, he's a great dude and he's got great content, but we can do our own. Let's do it with ourselves. And the only way we're doing it is by engaging with friends and mixing and meeting and mingling. And that's why I was going to ask you, are we going to see you at VidCon in Melbourne?
Yes, hopefully. So I'm going to VidCon in LA. I'm going to VidCon in LA.
Forget the American one. Forget it. Forget the American one.
I'm doing both. I'm going to LA in 2 weeks. It was a present from my husband. I'm going all by myself. And then yes, I would love to. I'm in Melbourne. There's no excuse, is there? However, I've not pushed it with my husband just yet because he's just paid for tickets to LA. So when I get back from LA, then I'll push it for the tickets to Melbourne.
I think it's a fraction of the price.
Yeah, it's a little cheaper
for you to just drive up to Melbourne for 40 minutes away.
He could have just sent me to Melbourne, but he went big. He went
By the way,
all out.
I want to be clear, no shade to those dudes at all. Like we all, like I watch and I enjoy, but I'm just more about developing ourselves and trying.
I really find what you said really inspiring, actually, because I think you're right. I think it is right that there are. So I always feel like Australia, and I don't mean this negatively at all, but coming from the UK, it almost feels like a few years behind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're stuck here. We're so far behind. I can't even live stream here because we haven't got internet.
Yes, but in a nice way, it's kind of, I quite like that. But then I think the same with YouTube. I think it's almost like slightly behind, and then people will come through.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why we're trying to grow this community we have, because we went to VidCon last year and we were like, we went to all the creator stuff and it was just like, this is not for us. It was not inspiring. It was not even anything that we wanted to know. And then we were just like, you know what, let's just form our own group and let's one day have our own VidCon or retreats out in the Whit Sundays and things like that. That's what we're talking about for future stuff. And so, by the way, we would love it if you can join our Creator Cast group on Facebook, and you can be part of the conversation as well.
Yeah, awesome. I'd love to.
Yes. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. Am I your first female?
Yeah. First female that's not really not a wife or.
Okay. Yeah, not related. Yeah, your first female that you're not connected to. Yeah.
Yes. And it's great to see you succeed, and I'm looking forward to watching. I have a little app that has like different YouTubers that I could see where their subscribers are at, and I added you to it because I'm like, I want to see where she's at today, and you're growing so much. It's like it's exciting. So no more stage fright. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to be successful. So we'll see you.
It.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. I really enjoyed this. Thank you
Lovely
very
to
much.
Meet you, Gina.
Thank you both of you. Yes, nice to meet you too. I'm going to go and check out your channel now as well.
Yeah.
What's your channel called? I've not been and checked everybody out.
Called Gives a Minute. I made a comment on yours just recently. Gives a Minute.
Okay, I think I've been back. I'll go find. Okay.
All right. So if you we're really professional here, Gina, if you cover your camera back up, we're just.
1 second. The shorts, the 4-year-old shorts that I was using from the laundry pile.
Are they 4-year-old kids, or the shorts are 4 years old?
4-year-old kids.
Okay, gotcha.
And now that she's gone, we can talk about her behind her back. What a lovely woman. What an inspiration. Yeah. This is great find, Danny. Well done.
Yeah. And I hope that we could do more of this kind of stuff on the channel. I think that's where I'd love to see CreatorCast go is actually getting creators on here all the time and hearing the story and hearing just what they have to say about the platform. So
absolutely.
If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up and share it around. And also, like I said before, join the Facebook group. It's been a long show, so
long show's a good show. Great conversation. I was engaged.
It
was enjoyable. Yeah.
And now we take our headphones off.
We're doing that.
And the show.
All right.